Again, Mercury is telling us with hints with the angel's number again, right? The number 9 ending, with the angel's number. Ending the oligarchy and the Trump orders and all the stuff that, Trump and the Zionist wealthy group are doing during those 9 days. And that all happened when Mercury is inside Capricorn, when Mercury is in Capricorn. And Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, the planet of karma and time. And Venus is conjunct with Saturn on the 19th, when the sun enters Aquarius. When the sun enters Aquarius, the desire to change to a humanitarian world. Like everything that's happening in the month of January is very karmic. Like it's a massive karmic shift, And the fact that, from when the sun enters Aquarius to when, Mercury conjunct with Pluto, that's 10 days. The number 10 is like Capricorn is the 10th zodiac sign. So Capricorn is ruled by Saturn again, and it's a planet of karma and time. And everything is so karmic, like it's all karmic. That's why I said that this month of January of 2025 is the most karmic month of our lifetime. Like that's why I call it the massive karmic shift. And you want to know something? From the 8th of January to the 21st of January, when the sun conjunct Pluto, that's 13 days. And the number 13 on angel's number, that represent the God number. That is crazy. Oh my goodness. Like it's literally, and what happened during the sun conjunct Pluto on that day, on the 21st, that day you have the historical snowstorm that happened on some of the southeast, US states. And you also have the peaks of the planetary alignment. And that is so crazy. And that is unusual things that occurring on that day. That is godly.
Let's talk about the cost of healthcare here. Here, to see a dermatologist, the average cost is around 15 up to 30, 40 RMB. Roughly translated into USD, that is around $2 to $5. So it is very cheap. In the US, if you don't have insurance, the cost to see a doctor might be in a couple hundreds, if not a few thousand range. But here in China, healthcare is very cheap. I had a friend who had a kidney stone, went to the ER, got a CT scan, got surgery done, was recovering for about 1 to 2 days. The total amount he spent was just a few hundred USD.
Do you want to see the prices of the grocery stores in China? Follow me.
5.4 per gallon for milk. Red cabbage, 50 cents. And this lovely pepper is 69 cents. And we have all kinds of fresh eggs, such as peacock eggs, ostrich eggs, and soft-shelled turtle eggs. Around $2 per pineapple. Finally, the meat. Less than $4 for fresh beef.
How do you think? Is it cheaper or more expensive than your country?
I've been scrolling Red Note for hours in the grocery halls. You guys, this is why they wanted us to hate China. We are the third world country. They can afford food. They can actually afford to buy groceries. Their groceries are cheap. What are we doing here?
I mean, you kind of see the interaction between the Chinese people and also Americans in the app. It's so beautiful to see the cultures exchange, and to see American culture shock of finding the real communism, how people in China actually live, because they were living in a propaganda world. The US citizens were living in the anti-China propaganda from the US government for so long, and then seeing the Chinese communism country society in an actual, we thought the propaganda is it's a shock to them. And to see that, and then now they see the real communism about community, now it will be influenced in the new generation, and that will happen, and that will be influenced in the the new humanitarian world that will be manifest in the Pluto and Aquarius. Because we know this Western Zionist capitalism is not working anymore. This constant of deceiving consumers and to gain more money, or to just deceive people so you can get more dollars or more money is just not working anymore, because we are entering Aquarius, and it's more about community. It's not about individualistic anymore. It's not about age of Leo. We're going to enter the age of Aquarius that will last for the next 2,000 years, you know. And yeah, we're going to be influenced by the Eastern community ideology. And this constant deceiving and to just like protect yourself, or I have to deceive other people so I can be protecting myself, is so toxic. It's toxic for yourself and myself and everyone around you. Like this constant culture of deceiving other people for money, for everything, like everything, it's just not healthy. Like it's just not healthy.
This is my home in China. I want to show you, it's an apartment. In China, we don't need to pay real estate tax. Like I own this apartment. I don't need to pay every year for the tax. Like after I pay off my mortgage, I just live here. I don't need to pay every year the tax. So even though one day I don't work, I don't have income, I still able to live here till the day I die, basically. Okay, so that's why in China there's no homeless. And that is my sofa, my table, my bedroom. And sometimes I stay here, lie down on the ground to have some sun. And there is a river over there. It's all frozen, it's winter, someone skiing there, if you can see. Place like, for most people like really poor, you don't need to pay tax. So you can still have a home. So you don't need to be a homeless, okay? So, but in the United States, the home, you have to pay tax for your own property every single year. It's way too crazy. For that, you guys need a revolution, I guess.
We found homeless people in China, and they're literally everywhere. There's this saying that you can't find homeless people in China, but I think we hit the jackpot. For the past few days, we've been in Chongqing, and we kept eyeballing these tents that were outside of our hotel. There were even some tents big enough to hold full-size families. I mean, this is crazy. We even came out 5 hours later, and they were still there. But it turns out they were actually having some type of festival. And that is just how easy it is to spread false news. They even had all types of games and souvenirs for everybody. I don't know why, but people always forget that Chinese people are just as human as everybody else in the world. And boy, do they know how to celebrate. It's spring festival season and there's literally always something going on. But yeah, this goes to show you don't believe everything you hear, and feel free to explore things for yourself instead of listening to whatever somebody tells you. I can't tell you how many times we've seen some insane comments on our page about China, and it's crazy because most of the people talking the most crazy stuff have never even stepped foot in the country of China.
Like everything that's happening in January is so karmic, especially what's happening by the end of January when we have the new moon in Aquarius on the 29th, on the Lunar New Year, on the Chinese Lunar New Year. That is crazy. On the year of the snake, the shedding. It's crazy because, you know, like the Western culture view snake as an evil creatures, right? But the Eastern culture views snake as this intelligent culture. So we are literally changing perspective on how we view communism, and we are going back to the truth of communism, not this anti-China propaganda from the US government and the Zionist wealthy group, like AIPAC and BlackRock, who's pulling the string from the back on both of the parties. In Chinese zodiac, last year we have the year of the dragon, and the dragon, if you know, is a serpent, a huge serpent from a Greek word. So the true identity of a dragon is a huge serpent. And the word serpent, the Greek word, derived from the word meaning I see. That means we're going to see the truth, because the true identity of a dragon is a serpent. So we will see the truth in 2025. We will see the truth. Like the whole month of January is so karmic. Just look at January 1st. We have 3 lightning striking 3 towers in the US. 3 towers. That is crazy. And on the same day, you have an explosion on Trump Hotel in Las Vegas with the Cybertruck. And then on the 21st of January, you have the first ever historical snowstorm on some of the southeast US states. That is crazy. A snowstorm in some of the US southeast states.
seem like they should go hand in hand.
And that happened on the same day when the Sun conjunct Pluto, and also on the day when the peaks of the planetary alignment happened. That will last until February 28th. That is crazy, with the new moon in Pisces. And there's a bunch of planets on that day in Pisces. It's crazy because on my note I said on January 30th, Uranus direct and karma are being sent and scattered until the end of February with the new moon and the great planetary alignment that will happen on the last day of February. So since the 30th, the karma are being scattered and sent and being seeded, are being planted right now, currently as I speak, are being planted right now. We are in February the 3rd. So as I speak right now is February 3rd, 2025. So yeah, right now the karma are being scattered and planted to throughout Pluto in Aquarius, and being scattered in the timeline of Pluto in Aquarius. Like I say, the massive karmic shift that's happening in January is influencing Pluto in Aquarius for the next 19 years. And the preview, January of 2025 is the preview of what's happening in Pluto in Aquarius. And Mercury, planet of communications, showing that, is giving the hints. Mercury is the planet of communication. It's giving the hint. That's why when people say Mercury retrograde, it's something happened communication-wise. When Mercury went retrograde, I understand now. I understand it's because things happen. So what happened in February is to get you spiritually ready for the next couple months, especially when we enter March, April, May, June, and the next couple of months, and especially next year and 2 years from now and a few years from now, when we have Uranus in Gemini and we have Saturn in Aries and we have Neptune in Aries. But February also is the time where karma are being scattered, literally. You have instant karma and also you have karma that are being scattered throughout time in Pluto and Aquarius towards the future. Right now, our karma are being scattered towards the future in Pluto and Aquarius as I speak. That is insane when you think about it. Aquarius is like that type of energy. So since the Uranus direct on the 30th, the ending from the 21st to the 28th of this Trump orders took effect of ICE raided and the arrest of illegal immigrants and the Project 2025, all of the corrupt shit, all the corrupt stuff, the going after birthright citizenship and shutting down the FAA, FEMA, FDA, Department of Education, etc. There's a long list of the Project 2025 that took effect that that Trump trying to get rid of and all that shit, and that is part of the ending and also the scheming of the corrupt people in the background, like the lobbyists, APAC, the wealthy Zionist group, billionaires, and people who associate with them are part of the ending. Those people are going to receive their bad karma, literally starting from the Uranus direct, which is the 30th of January. So the karma already being seeded since then by Aquarius. So Aquarius is very quick, it's a quick sign, it's an air sign, it's a quick type of energy. It's I call it it's more like an instant karma type of energy. It's very quick. So it started from when Uranus went direct. So yeah, so started from now, every move is being watched by Aquarius. So it can be happening. They will receive their karma now or later, or maybe few years from now. So it depends because Aquarius is very unpredictable. But yeah, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for following along with me. That was a long video, the longest video I ever made. And yeah, I don't know. I have a theory about the whole, the 4 outer planets changing to a new sign, the first time ever this year in 2025, on how Neptune is going to Aries first, and then after that, Saturn going to Aries, and then Jupiter going to Cancer, and then Uranus going to Gemini, how it's in order. I have a theory on that, and I don't know if a lot of people ready for that theory, because my Sagittarius stellium is like going into like that, you know, philosophy route. If you make it this far, thank you for watching. Bye guys, see you next time.